No, we're not living in a colorblind society. Colorblindness, or as I think is better termed, race blindness, means that we disregard race when we are creating, implementing, and enforcing programs and policies that provide benefits and opportunities. There are many who are proponents of colorblindness because they feel that a colorblind approach will further racial justice and will mitigate discrimination. But I think what's missing there is the connection that current actions have with history and culture. Colorblindness does not recognize the historical implications and the cultural implications that certain actions and oppression have on traditionally disenfranchised groups of people. I can understand the tendency to want to put what is really a shameful history and legacy behind us, and that's the history and legacy of slavery and segregation. However, in doing so and in taking a colorblind approach, then we're really just increasing the pain and the discrimination towards these groups. It allows for those that are in power and in decision-making positions to be able to ignore the fact that discrimination still exists today. So, for example, they take the recent report that was released by the Department of Justice with regard to police interactions in Ferguson. And of course, Ferguson is where we had the tragic shooting of Michael Brown. And in this recent report released on March 4th, the Department of Justice found that of all the police stops in Ferguson, 85% were directed towards African Americans, 93% of arrests were of blacks, even though only 67% of the population in Ferguson is black. And so why this wide disparity? The Department of Justice in its report found that this was the basis of this was racial discrimination, as well as a desire to increase the funding for the municipality. So if we take a traditionally colorblind approach, then we really are limiting the preventative measures and the remedial measures that we can take in circumstances like that, circumstances which are happening all the time across America. So for example, we wouldn't be able to hire police based on their looking like the community in which they police, even though studies show that if you hire more minorities that are policing minority communities, then you tend to have better relationships and there's less of a likelihood of having these tragic incidents. So although there are some that believe that a colorblind approach is most appropriate, I think that a colorblind approach really ignores the ongoing discrimination that we face today and subverts racial injustice.